and welcome to Sports Center with me, James Ohinbamakion.
Best, number one and nothing.
It's that time of the day as usually where we digest, dissect and delve deep into sporting issues in Ghana and around the world. The show is Sports Center with me at home. Yes, with me, James Ohinbamakion. I've missed everyone due to some technical challenges. We weren't able to bring you Sports Center, the Sports Center show. We weren't able to bring it because of some few technical challenges last week. But we are here again to talk about what we love best. Yes, that's football and sports for you.
I've waited patiently.
And thanks for waiting patiently. But remember, we're still in the COVID-19 era, and so you have to still follow the precautionary measures. If you don't have anything doing in the public space, please don't go out. If you do go out, wear your nose mask.
I have vision, oh I believe, I know I can count.
The show is a packed one today, as we all know, still in the COVID-19 era. Many leagues were suspended. The French League 1 has been cancelled. The Eredivisie has also been cancelled. But then, leagues like the Bundesliga is back on 16th May. The La Liga is also considering playing its league on 20th June. And still, the English Premier League are also in conversations to begin their league. Standing up for the Champions League, Paris Saint-Germain have been crowned champions of the league and also for the Bundesliga starting on May 16th. Now we are going to discuss whether it is right for the Bundesliga to start their season. Their level is 9 matches more to go, with Bayern Munich at the top with 53 points, leading Borussia Dortmund by 4 points. Should they continue, considering how fast the COVID-19 is spreading? What should be the measures that they should put in place? Is it right? That's what we are going to discuss for across all the European leagues, English Premier League and also La Liga. Coming to the local front, FIFA have given GFA some number of days to make a decision now. By 20th June, the GFA is supposed to make a decision whether they are to continue with the Ghana Premier League or cancel it. So we'll be discussing, should the GFA continue with the league? If they are going to continue, what are the complications? What are the implications? What measures should they put? Or they should cancel the league? What are the implications going to have on us as a country, as a football nation in Africa?
Stand up for the champ.
So my panelist today is your regular panelist, Emmanuel Safo. We'll go for a breather. When we come back, we'll continue the show. But remember, the show is an interactive one, so you can send in your messages and also watch this show on YouTube. The channel is Fastlane. Just hit on the subscribe button and you can watch the show. We'll go for a breather. When we come back, the show continues. Stay tuned. Welcome back from the breather. The show is still Sports Center with me, James Ohinbamakion. It's time for the transfer news. As usual, as I bring to you, we're still in the transfer era. So we quickly start from the camp of Chelsea. Now, midfielder Tiemo Bakayoko wants to leave Chelsea and return to AC Milan on a permanent basis, reports Calcio Mercato. Now, Real Madrid have highlighted Borussia Dortmund winger Julian Brandt as a transfer target, reports Don Ballo. Manchester United will table a last gasp £30,000 a week contract in a bid to stop Angel Gomez leaving the club. This is according to the Sun. Chelsea are considering a move for Atlanta left back Robin Gosens, according to 90 Minutes. Arsenal have expressed an interest in Bayern Munich midfielder Angelo Stella. This is according to the Daily Star. Manchester United are set to extend Odion Ighalo's loan at Old Trafford. This is according to the Evening Standard. Bayern Munich have also made a £35 million bid for Manchester City winger Leroy Sané. This is according to the Daily Mirror in the United Kingdom. Chelsea winger Willian has already sealed his reunion with Jose Mourinho. This is according to the Daily Mail. Manchester United and Chelsea have placed Timo Werner on their transfer shortlist, reports the Daily Express. Sporting Lisbon defender Marcos Acuña's agent has suggested a move to Italy in a priority for the reported at Inter Milan targets. Tomorrow stories. Unfortunately, that's all we have for you in the transfer window. Hope you enjoyed it very much. We quickly move on to our discussion for today. And today, on our table, we are discussing coronavirus and effects on our football. Now, FIFA has given Ghana Football Association a mandate of about June 20th. It was initially 5th May, but they weren't able to make the decision. So on June 20th, they are to report to FIFA whether they will continue with the Ghana Premier League or they are going to cancel it. Now, the question we are asking is, should the Ghana Football Association continue with our league? We've only played 15 matches out of 38 matches in the Ghana Premier League. Should they continue after the COVID-19? So, well, they should cancel the league. So we'll be looking at all these effects that we have on the league. So today on my show, I have my regular panelist, Safu Emmanuel of Radio GIJ and also of Summer Sports. He's going to help us digest this. Safu, should the Ghana Premier League continue? What's your view on that?
Talking about the restart of the Ghana Premier League, I think we should put quality measures in place before we can start, because there are other likes of Germany who are about to restart their season. Coming 16th of May, and also if we also Ghana wants to restart our league, it will be very good. But we have to make sure we have placed quality measures on the line. Why am I saying this? Because I think before we start the league, every team should call its players and these very players should be quarantined for 14 days, and after they should be tested twice or thrice for the virus. If they are to be tested positive, then they should be exempted from the squad, and those tested negative should be allowed into the team. So I think if the Ghanaians or the Football Association wants to see football back in action, even though there's still COVID-19, and I think it's a positive impact. It will be a positive impact to the sporting game. And should we start? I think, me personally, I'm a football lover. I think it will be something great to my life. So I think we should restart it. No matter what happens, we should just put the quality measures in place, and God being so good, everything will be fine.
So that was Safu Emmanuel you heard giving his comments about whether Ghana Premier League should continue or should be cancelled. In my own view, I think that we shouldn't continue with the Ghana Premier League. You see, human lives are more important in this current era than football. Yes, football can always be there, but we can't bring back human lives. And for me, I think we should cancel the Ghana Premier League, yes, and prepare for the next season, which for the past 3 seasons, our season hasn't been in line with CAF calendar. If we want our season to be in line with CAF calendar, let's cancel the league and let's prepare very much. The teams and the administrators will know that yes, we are going for a new season, and they will put proper things in place. Yes, everything we need to do, anything that we didn't do right, it's time for us to cancel the league and do it right again. Yes, people will be talking about sponsorship and the rest. It's just about communication. And GFA can sit down with Star Times or whoever third party and discuss and see, look, this is the situation we find ourselves in. So if you can kindly do something about it, let's cancel the league and let's start it. I think that one will be more important than playing the league every week, testing players. You put in more resources than you're supposed to do whether there is no COVID-19. So that's my view about it. Let's move on to the foreign front. It's the same topic we're discussing. The Bundesliga is starting on 16th May, and La Liga also is considering playing its games on 20th June. Should they continue? Yes, football is back, but should they continue with it? Safi Mano, let me have you.
So talking about the restart of the German Bundesliga, I think it's a positive start to the game. And as we all know, we have missed football, and football is coming back due to the outbreak of the COVID-19, that's the coronavirus, and football is coming back. We say hooray to that. So with the restart of the German Bundesliga coming 16th May, with the games to be played behind closed doors, I think it's a positive impact to the sporting game. And also, I think the players should be tested basically 3 hours to the start of every single game, so as to know if the players are to be tested positive or negative for the COVID-19, so as to protect others from the virus. You could see it with the likes of Italy, where the Italian FA have called all players and all teams to call their players back into their country, and these very players are to put themselves in a self-quarantine for 14 days. And I think with this, it will help them to know if a player is being infected with the virus or not. So I think considering with the other leagues like the Netherlands Eredivisie calling their season off with no champions, also the French Ligue 1 calling their season off with Paris Saint-Germain being named the champions, I think the other leagues too who are also considering of resuming, and La Liga has also hinted they will be resuming coming next month around 20th. For English, we don't know if they are going to resume their Premier League or not, but considering the German Bundesliga, I think it's a positive start to the game, and it will be the first country to resume football in Euro's top flight after the COVID-19. So I think good news to the German FN. We are hoping to see football back in action.
So that was Safu Manuel he had given his comments about the La Liga, the Bundesliga, and the rest of the leagues that are coming. For me, in my views, I think that yes, football is back, but I don't think they should continue with it. Yes, they have the resources and everything. I read an article of Sergio Aguero saying that even the players, they are scared of going to play it in these times. Within the week, we saw teams, players like Barcelona, Atletico Madrid going through tests. On their faces, they weren't all that happy, but then they have to play. And if they have to finish it, fine. But for me, I don't think it's a right decision for them. And moreover, they are going to get tired, fatigue here and there, everything. So I think the best way to go is just to cancel it. But then let's see whether they will be able to start. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching this show with me, James Ohinbomaki. The show has been Sports Center with me. This is where we digest issues and talk about sports related issues. Yes, we're still in the COVID-19, but that doesn't prevent us from talking about sports. So I'll catch up with you on Monday as we discuss more issues on sports. On sports. So thank you very much to Emmanuel Safo for being my regular panelist here. Thank you very much to everyone who watches. And as you watch the show, share it across your WhatsApp platform and every platform. And just hit on the subscribe button. Yeah, stay tuned. Bye bye. Abi Celeste.